some 8:30 in the morning, but who cares? Hi guys, Assalamualaikum. So we are a part 2 students of Bachelor of Science Hans Marine Technology of UITM Perlis. This video is made purposely to raise your awareness about overfishing. So before we get started, I've asked on my Instagram stories. Hey guys, I want to ask you a question. Do you know deeply about overfishing that has been happening in our country? So 82% said no and the other 18% said yes. What's the most concerning part is someone actually replied, "Aku jawab no sebab tak tahu maksud." So literally half of the majority doesn't even know what overfishing means. So we are here to tell you everything from A to Z about overfishing. Let's go.
I will talk about overfishing. Do you know what is overfishing? Fishing is one of the most causes of marine wildlife decline. Catching fish is not necessarily bad for the ocean, even when boats catch fish faster than stock that replace. The number of overfish stock had tripled in half a century, and today, according to the Food and Agriculture Organization in United Nations, nearly 1/3 of the world major fisheries are being pushed beyond their biological limit. Overfishing is closely related to the capture of unwanted marine organisms when searching for another species. These serious marine dangers that causes the needless loss of billions of fish. The harm done by the overfishing goes beyond marine environment. Billions of people really want the protein from the fish, and the fishing is the primary life food for millions of people around the world. This can be referred by the graph. This graph is the data collected from 2000 until the year of 2018, derived from the Department of Fisheries Malaysia. By looking at the graph, we can define the phenomena of overfishing as the fish catch decline as the number of fishermen is increased. The cumulative result for the three data lines are decline, as the grey line showing the fish catch is decline, the orange line refer to the fish stock are increased, and the blue line refer to the number of the fishermen that are increased. Decrease the number of fish, that means the less fresh food to eat. As the findings are inconsistent, we consider this graph is overfishing. Russian marine fishery is in a state of unhealthy, with an increasing number of technology in fishing. More and more marine fish stock are facing the burden of overexploitation. Now, we go to the causes of this problem. We have to know the causes of the problem to find the solution. First of all, the poor fishery management. The fishing industry has been weighed down by a lack management, oversight, and proper management regulation. Traceability of fishing activity has been a great challenge as well. The rule and regulation we have today have proven to be ineffective when it comes to limiting fishing capacity to sustaining level. And the high sea are the most affected. And the existing regulations are normally not enforced. Most fishing management organs lack the capacity to inadequate apply scientific advice of fish quota. Moreover, custom agency and fish retailer can always ascertain the fish coming into their country is caught through proper channel. Second of this problem is unsustainable fishing encompasses the use of net, fishing method, and other fishing gear that cause so much fish to a level that they are dangerous. It may also involve catching other sea capture other than fish. The unwanted animals are called bycatch, and they are normally destroyed and discharged into sea. As discharge may include the turtle, young fish, shark, coral, or seabird. The third, illegal and irregular fishing activity are also a factor. This include poaching, taking more than the allowed of the catch and fishing out of the season. According to WWF, illegal fishing account for about 20% of the world catch and up to 50% in some fisheries. Last but not least, the open access fishery is one of the causes of this problem. Another big issue with overfishing is the open access that comes from the fishery. Fishermen led to the design to leave fish in the sea since there are no property rights.
Now, let's talk about the impact of the overfishing itself. Overfishing can have an adverse effect on marine biodiversity. Every single aquatic plant and animal has a role to play when it comes to balancing the ecology. Now, in order to thrive, marine creatures require a certain kind of environment and nutrients, for they may be dependent on other organisms. Now, let's say humans itself, like us, we need another organism to live and another organism that is gonna eat us when we die. So that's totally the cycle of how life goes. Let's talk about the widespread of the coral reef bleaching. Now, corals, they rely on algae living inside them to supply them with food. Now, let's see if there is no algae left. The brilliant colors of the corals were made by the algae itself. When the algae is gone, the coral has no more colors, and therefore it will show like a bleached kind of color, which is white, which some people assume that they were dead. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Everything about this coral reef bleaching is because of the water gets warmer and warmer and warmer as it goes. And then the algae die. When the algae die, they cannot live inside the coral, and the coral will die and the ecosystem will be wrecked up. It's a nightmare, totally. Now let me show you the illustration of the food web that I've been talking about this whole mess. How does everything happen? Now let's see this food web. Let's see the small fish and squids were overfished, like totally overfished. Now, maybe there will be like questions people will be asking. If there is no one type of fish at this place, then let's just let them eat another fish. Well, it doesn't happen to be that way, because certain fish or certain organisms will only eat a certain other organisms. Like us, we don't eat ourselves, right? We don't eat another human. Let's say these small fish and squids were overfished. Who eats the small fish and squids? Let's see, the Adelie penguin, the Weddell and Ross seal, the leopard seal, the emperor penguin, the seabirds, well, almost everyone. In this food web, as you can see, the small fish and squids food are the krills. So let's say when suddenly the small fish and the squids disappeared from the ocean because of the overfishing, the krill population will increase, because small fish and squid doesn't eat them. When the population of the krill increase, the population of the phytoplankton will decrease, because there's so many krills that has been eating the phytoplankton itself. So when the phytoplankton's population decreased, the population of the krill will eventually decrease, because there's no more food to eat. So when the population of the krill decrease, the population of everything will drop ASAP. I don't like it. Let's move on to the next section.
Let's move to the next part, which is the data explain. We get the data from the Department of Fisheries in Malaysia, but data is quite complicated, so we convert it into the scattered graph. In the scattered graph, we can see three different lines with three different things. The grey line refers to the divisions of the fish stocks and the number of fishermen. The orange line refers to the fish stocks, and the blue line refers to the number of the fishermen. Because of the data is quite inconsistent, so we look at the data which incline on overfishing. By comparing two different results with 2 different years, we pick the first year and the last year. In 2000, we find the least value of the number of fishermen, which is 8 exponent 4 in the total, with the total of the fish stock is 12.2 exponent 5 ton. And the divisions of the fish stock over the fishermen, the number of fishermen is 15, which is this divisions is the possibility of the fish caught. And in 2018, we can found the possibility of the fish caught getting decrease, which is 11.4 lesser than in 2000. And then we can look at the number of fishermen in 2018, which is it become increased as 12.9 exponent 4 in the total, with the fish stock is increased in 14.5 exponent 5 time. So because of the fish stock become increased, so the fish stock become increased and the number of fish become increased, so the possibility of the fish caught become decreased. So this shows that overfishing occurred. Now we move to the next year, which is 2007, which is the number of fishermen is getting increased and the number of the fish caught is getting decreased until 2011, while the fish stock is getting constant in that 4 years. So by looking at this data, we can confirm that the overfishing is occurred in that 4 years. Lastly, we can look at the highest point on the number of fishermen, which is 14.4 exponent 4 in 2013, with the third lowest of the data on the fish caught. So this kind of situation obey the definitions on how overfishing occurs, which the number of fishermen increase while the number of the fish caught is getting decreased. So this data shows us that in that year the overfishing occurred.
So, to be honest, I've been asking the same question you might be asking by now. Is there any solution to solve this? Well, there is actually. There are some apps that actually helps to prevent overfishing sufficiently. It goes back to the reason why the fish was caught in the first place. It is because of the demand of us, the consumer. A team from Manila, Philippines have completed a fish-hackathon that was held for all the programmers to create an app to overcome the 9 key threats facing global fisheries. The app is called Sufficient Watcher. Now, this application is divided into 3 parts. The first part is the general information for public awareness. Now, the second phase of the app is biological information of fishes present in the area shown to give a better understanding on our marine species, most specifically the following: the species and size, the habitat and abundance, spawning and catching season calendar that will show the spawning season and the best time to hunt the fish. So when you were using this app, you could actually see, oh, this fish population is at the lowest on the ocean today, so let's not buy it. Second app is called K3M, Kesedaran Keselamatan Community Marine. Although this app is not used to directly stop overfishing, but this app created by the Royal Malaysian Navy (RMN) to allow the maritime community to lodge reports directly to the RMN Operations Center. K3M apps facilitate reporting and requesting assistance anywhere, anytime within the Malaysian waters. These apps will help fellow Malaysians to stop overfishing, as they will report in any access boat there is to catch fish, including the illegals. So you see, overfishing might have nothing to do with you, but it actually has everything to do with us. Don't ever overfish. You hear me? Don't ever overfish. Don't forget to hit the like and share this video to spread the awareness on the overfishing itself. And keep yourself healthy. Bye!
Terciduk sama
Well, my video wasn't even recording in the first place.